Monday, I went paddleboarding for the first time. Cue your gay jokes. Go ahead. And then, so Tuesday comes around, and I get up. I hit the snooze button. I slept till 5:30. I was asleep till 5:10. I slept till 5:30. As I'm getting my shoes on downstairs, there's a knock at the door and a flashlight through the window. And I'm like, come on. I'm just like, everybody, like, it was known that I was coming. And I think because it was known I was coming, that I think that's why they showed up. So he comes up. I let him in. I said, hey, literally, you see me with all my clothes on, and everything. I'm putting my shoes on. I'm on my way in. I'm coming. As a matter of fact, if I hadn't hit snooze, I'd have been gone already. And he said, the rules are I got to take you. Blah, blah, blah. We walk out together, and he goes, why don't you come down the road a ways? I'll cuff you over here. We'll do it kind of by the corner of the front of the vehicle. We'll do it in front of you. Your neighbors don't have to see. And I was like, you know what? I appreciate that. Thank you. Did a little quick search. Cuffs on in the back. Here's a dick move, and I thought this was funny. He purposely changed the station to 101.7 and the Johnny Rock Show. I feel like that was on purpose. I was dreading this all weekend. I've never had anything like this, thrust upon me, shall we say. So I get into the part where they search you. So they bring you in, a couple of doors buzz, you go through those security doors for intake, and they meet you and they take your wallet and your phone and they search you. They don't get you naked and stick shit up your butt. That's not what they do. This is going to sound weird to say. The first few minutes of it were fun. I was having a good time. I couldn't believe how professional Officer Toma was in the arrest and all of that. I get to intake, and the first thing the woman says at intake, she goes, wow, you're going to be the best dressed guy here. And I'm like, yeah. I get put in the holding cell, where there's some, you kind of see it on TV. There's like 10, 15 people in there. There was one other guy in there. He was in there for a DUI. He smelled. And they gave me a little orange coffee cup that had some cheese and crackers in it. And one of the officers goes, I think there's one tray still left over for breakfast. Would you like it? I'm like, I'm not going to turn it down. Sure. I get it. And it's a thing of Fruit Loops and this really cheapy cinnamon roll thing. Not the best, but very sticky, whatever. And then an apple juice and a milk. And the first thing I do is I take my apple juice. I would have loved to have this apple juice. I really would have. It would have been a delicious apple juice. But I give it to the DUI guy. He looked like he was having a tough time. And plus it meant I might be able to butt fuck this guy later if I'm here for too long. And then they take me to my own cell. And as they take me to my own cell, they're, again, very nice, joking. Yeah, so far they're being like, it's like a hotel stay where you can't leave. So far. I mean, they brought me some blankets and, some other stuff. And I don't know if I was supposed to be Mirandized or not. I was never Mirandized. I don't know if that's an issue. I emailed that to my attorney yesterday. I'm like, oh, nobody ever read me my rights, I mean, nothing. I was never brought into a room and, questioned or anything like that. But I was, I thought that was weird. I was like, I'll keep this under my hat until after court. I remember thinking when they put me in the cell by myself, I didn't have too much time to really think or anything like that because one of the officers came up. He goes, you want a book or something? I said, sure, I'll take a book. Whatever you got. I read like 105 pages. A pretty good book. I get a little sleepy. I took 2 naps while I was in there. So, yeah, like I just took my blankets, took the little mattress they have, put it up on the bench there, laid down, out like a light. Took a nap before court, then did court, didn't have to say a word. I was just sitting there, a mannequin, a statue. Todd and I talked beforehand, pretty informal. That whole process is not like, I'm going to prove my, this is bullshit and all that. You don't do that there. It's just you stand there, they tell you, you can't talk about this, that. See you later. Get the fuck out of here. And then you get the fuck out of there. So I'm reading the book. I'm taking a nap. Go to court, read the book, take a nap, and then I'm out. Well, they booked me. And by the way, can we have an honest discussion? Are you guys just going to be all day? Or can we have an honest discussion about that mugshot? Honestly, I was terrified about having a mugshot. That's one of the best mugshots you've ever seen. It's one of the best ever. By the way, if you have a theory about the Fox 9 story, and if there's a guy who either has a firm or knows somebody, you're correct. That was, I'm not big enough for that story. A guy was involved with that. A guy was involved with it. Hey, you know what? I got it. I hear you. I get it. Look at me. I got color. I'm all tan and shit. I've seen mugshots of people that are pasty and pale and look like warmed over death and like they're sad and their faces are drawn, whatever. Fuck you guys. I stand by that mugshot. That's a good mugshot. I came out of court and one of the female officers was like, oh, I'll just take this bag of piss and I'll dispose of it. And I'm like, oh, there's a bag of piss. That's they got a bag of piss. Something happened while I was in there. No, everybody was cool. Everybody was really nice. No complaints about that part of it. It took a little while between court and getting me out of there, like after I was booked and fingerprinted and mugshot and the whole thing. It took a while to get out of there. I don't know what that was all about, but I laid down, I took a nap, and when I woke up, they were opening the door and saying, you're free to go. Sounds good to me. So that was my day in jail. That was, well, my morning in jail, I should say. You know what the worst part about being in there is? One of the things I wanted, the one thing I wanted that I didn't get was I was like, God, I don't know why I just kept thinking this. I was like, you know what would really pass the rest of this time real easy? If someone would just come in here and talk Vikings with me. Like I'm excited about the start of the season and I just wanted to talk about the Vikings. Other than that, no complaints.